Right, welcome in everybody. We back like we never left. I'm not officially recording yet. I gotta go. Let me make sure that everybody is about to go live on Instagram.
This is the lightest I've ever been on the podcast. I'm so white.
All
Wow.
right. So guys, we are live on TikTok. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. All platforms, man. So we getting this thing straight right now. All right. All right, guys. Here we go. Let me light up. Y'all, we back, man. Rhonda had to go. Rhonda had to take some time off. Rhonda had to take some time off, guys. Y'all got to understand, if you get an invitation to certain events in North Carolina, yeah, nothing else matters. And for all y'all from North Carolina, y'all know it's only a few events where nothing else matters.
It was an experience. That's all I'm gonna say. It
Yes.
was an experience.
Let's do it. Mauricio, you ready?
I'm good to go.
Rhonda, you ready?
As much as I'm gonna be.
It ain't gonna be as bad as you think, Rhonda. Don't get caught up on the title.
No, when you hear
Welcome in, family.
the title. Yeah.
Hold on.
Y'all must be talking before the podcast because I'm like, what in the world?
Okay, there it is. Here we go.
We just watched the Cowboys come back. That's all it was.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I went
They
live
sure
for the
enough came
Shador
back.
Sanders first half.
They sure enough came back.
Welcome in, everybody. We are live. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and now Instagram, man. Technology has a way of giving you access to these live tools. Welcome into the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. We are about to get started. Are women the reason that marriage rates are down? Grab your stick. Grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now.
Smoke it, drink it down. Your boys, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel, man. Y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real Cigar Jeff. Y'all know the routine, man. Get down in the description, support the channel, get the merch, follow me on all the socials. We are live on all platforms right now. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, man. So we appreciate y'all joining in with us. Y'all do me a favor. 2 links I want y'all to visit in the description. First link is Cigars International link, man. Below, get the best deals on your cigars, 5-packs, bundles, and of course, any other brand you want. That's going to be the first link. Second link, man, I need y'all to cop the book, Ashes Between Us. You want to learn what's happening in the Cigar Lounge, relationships, politics, sports, and everything in between. Learn how to navigate in the Cigar Lounge when you go in there, man. Cop that book on the Amazon Kindle. Guys, tonight, we're going to have a conversation that a lot of people feel, but almost nobody is willing to say out loud. Because marriage isn't declining because people stop wanting love. It's declining because the rules change, the expectations change, and the dating culture changed faster than the relationships could keep up. Now, ladies, whether you agree or not, tonight we're breaking down my top 5 reasons women are unintentionally contributing to the decline in marriage. I want to make sure I repeat that: unintentionally
Please do.
contributing to the decline in marriage, and more importantly, what to do about it so that love still ultimately wins. I want y'all ladies to know this is not a bashing woman session. This is still the man is the catch session. And if we can keep reminding ourselves, y'all don't look at Rhonda squirreling in her seat over there. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. She just got the topic today, guys. So one of the things, guys, as we get into this tonight, y'all know doggone well I can't do a topic like this without my esteemed panel. Y'all know I got to introduce him Boy, New School is on the podcast again. He's showing up for another week, y'all. I don't know why he keep coming back, but he keep coming back. His brand is growing. Everything is growing. He's seeing increase. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Tell y'all what he's sipping on tonight, where y'all can find him on the socials.
It's funny. Thank you for having me back. I think we're at the 4-month anniversary. I was
Is
looking
it?
for the day. I think we're already at 4 months. It's been since
Oh,
July.
wow.
It's been a long time.
Okay.
As you know, Jeff has been upping up his game, so I got to up my game too. So it's Mauricio. I'm back with another podcast episode. You can find me at the AI Operators. We've actually released a brand new bot. You need clarity on your situation, 24/7 access to me, to some of the insights provided by Rhonda, by Jeff, anything you need to welcome your relationship. You didn't know about that, Rhonda, but now
Did
you
not.
do.
Yes.
Go to
I'm
my
not about
page.
Sunday, right?
Oh, okay.
Go to my page, go to that link in the bio and subscribe to that thing because I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Tonight, I have my Surfside.
Nice.
So I just
Nice.
went light, straight gas station. So, but I'm ready for tonight.
Like it. I like it. Mauricio, appreciate you. Appreciate you being on. Guys, make sure y'all follow that man on the AI Operators, guys. He is putting relationships together. If y'all follow his page, man, that toxic Pixar, guys, is killing the game. Toxic Pixar is killing the game. I've been crazy all day today. He made one for this podcast tonight, and I just saw it about 5-6 minutes ago. So I couldn't even post it to promote it, man. So Toxic Pixar, man. Either you want to get the relationship at a higher level, or you just want to enjoy toying with him for a little bit, man. Go to the AI Operators. He just put a platform together where you can use him as your toxicity coach or your hopeless romantic coach when you want to do everything.
Either way.
Make sure y'all go follow him on the AI Operators. Y'all know who I got next. My A1 from day one. If some of y'all were in when we were just going live, couldn't make it last week. You know, like I said, guys, when you get invited to a Carolina basketball game, it don't matter what you got going on. Funerals get moved. Anniversaries get pushed back. When you get invited to a Carolina game, things change in North Carolina. So if y'all wonder why we wasn't here last week, yeah, Rhonda, I could have had a podcast, but she wasn't going to be here. So
Yeah, you could have
Carolina,
had it.
you get invited to a Carolina game, everything changed. I'm going to let her introduce herself, tell y'all what she's sipping on the way y'all can find her on the socials.
Thanks, JB, for having me back. What's up, Mauricio? Congrats on all the increase. I guess I'm just increasing in my social life, not necessarily with the podcast, but hey. So tonight I'm taking it easy because I don't know if it was the topic or my bout with Five Guys, but I got my mint tea and not ginger ale, ginger ale, and my trusted water. So that's where we are tonight. Y'all can find me on Instagram at RNBLMBT. Hopefully I'll be drinking next time on the podcast safely.
We're going to be back. Look, guys, why am I doing this one tonight? Appreciate you being on.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you being on, guys. And before I get started, man, go ahead and hit that like button, drop a comment so we know you're tuned in, and subscribe, especially if you love honest conversations without all the chaos, guys. This is our holiday Thanksgiving podcast, man. Some of y'all gonna be listening to this while family is in town and all this kind of stuff. And so, ladies, I don't want y'all to get mad at us. I'm just telling y'all that as things start to happen with women, marriage rates are gonna decline. Like I said, it's unintentional. It's unintentional. But I got 5 things. We gonna jump right into it, Rhonda. If I had your permission, every time I do this tonight, Rhonda, I'm coming to you first. Then we're
Really?
gonna go to Mauricio. Yeah, we're gonna come to you first because as a woman, you can say, okay, nah, Jeff, that's cool, or that ain't cool. So
I
all
thought
my
you were going to
ladies,
say Rhonda act right. I thought you were going to say Rhonda act
oh
right.
no, I need you to show your ass. I need you to show your ass. Go ahead, show your ass, right? Be you. But I want y'all to understand this. Because remember, guys, this is the Man is the Catch series where me and Mauricio talk a lot. We talk about how the man has a responsibility to make sure he gets up and he's a catch. And you know that, and you operate as such. Not from an arrogant way, but from a productivity standpoint, from a branding standpoint, from knowing that somebody can see you as somebody they can follow. Okay? So when you look at a marital decline, and there was an article out on the news the other day about this, how marriage rates are in decline. So I said, we got to talk about this on the podcast. Now, let's get into number 1. Let's start with the one nobody wants to talk about. A lot of modern women have been taught I don't need a man.
Mm.
I can do everything by myself. Dependence equals weakness. But marriage is literally built on interdependence, not control, not dominance, just partnership. When independence turns into hyper independence, the relationship has no room to grow. Now, Rhonda, you hear me talk about hyper independence. The relationship has no room to go. Do you think women are now hyper independent and have forgotten about having that vulnerability so that somebody can partner with them? Because marriage is a business. Am I partnering with you versus am I dominating you? Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you think about number one.
Well, from my standpoint, of course, when you hear that I don't need a man, I think that automatically does something to a woman's brain. But I think culturally, you got to look at who you're dealing with, because I think in
Mm-hmm.
certain cultures, some women do say that I don't need a man, whereas other cultures they welcome, like, hey, I'll be supportive. I'll be I'll be supportive. Like, I'll do this, I'll do that,
That supportive word stuck with Rhonda.
man. Because I was gonna say the other one, but it wouldn't come all the way out. So, uh, but I don't think it's that women don't need a man. They just need the one that's suitable for them, and not out of control or anything like that. It's just the compatibility of it all, and if they truly gonna lead, and if there's somebody they could follow. So if the man is the catch, and he's this high value man, as we've been talking about over these past, seem like forever. It's,
No shade.
I think it just depends on the I don't need a man. I think on a deeper level comes from deep hurt and deep trust and lack thereof. And I think that's the only reason. If you hear a woman say that, is I bet if you dug deeper, you'll find that it's something else. But
Yeah.
everybody knows marriage should be where you're cohesively working together towards the goal in a perfect world. But no, you bring in feelings, it messes everything up. So I think women want to have successful marriages, but I think depending on where that woman is in her life, if it's all about her in that moment, it's not going to matter about who. She would have the I don't need a man attitude if it's been a lot of
Okay.
messiness around.
Okay. See, guys, that's
Mhm.
why I told you I'm coming to it first. I'm putting the pressure on Mauricio. Now, Mauricio, look, man, we hear these
It's harder
comments,
going
right?
first. It's harder going first. Happy Thanksgiving.
Look,
Happy Thanksgiving.
I don't need a man. I can do everything by myself. Dependence equals weakness. Now you got this hyper independent woman. Mauricio, what's your thoughts on that? Because who wants to marry this hyper independent woman?
Yeah, so I mean, women are kind of taught that from a young age, especially my generation. The moms have been screwed over by guys and that
Yeah.
they had depended on in the past, and then the moms spilling these ideas like, "Hey, don't trust men. Men are evil. They're here. They're out to get you." So when it comes to them becoming hyper independent, it's and a lot of times it's kind of weird how dynamics are. Some dynamics are now women, like we said, taking care of the guy that sits at home and can please her because he's on the couch all day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what women that becomes a problem because they become very successful and then they either become stuck in relationships where they're being the mother or they're out searching for someone who's on a higher level than them. So
Mm-hmm.
if everyone's trying to get the catch, the woman's competing with a whole bunch of people over here. So
Yeah.
now that makes it hard for that man to choose her. So then she settles, that guy screws her over, and then that cycle continues. So it's very hard to be dependent, and that's one of the major factors in why marriages are declining today.
And one of the things, guys, one of the things is that you don't realize that marriage is like a puzzle. You got to find the pieces that fit. You just can't put any piece in the puzzle. You got to find the piece that fits. Now, look, and y'all got to understand now. If Mauricio still keep deciding to join us, one of the things y'all gonna see is probably next 3 weeks, right, probably before New Year's,
Oh,
we
right
go me
before.
and Rhonda gonna jump back into our 2026 astrology and numerology relationship. Remember, Rhonda, how we did that for 2025? We gonna talk to these people about it. But one of the things that I think is
Yeah.
happening is one of the things that you guys, if the only tool you got in your toolbox is a hammer, you're gonna treat everything like a nail. Okay. And one of
Hmm.
the things I think women are doing, women are women are all trying to create this monolithic approach to men. And just like all men aren't the same, all women aren't the same. But it's like the reason why marriage is on the decline, guys, is marriage had these kind of unwritten rules that we gonna do X, Y, and Z the same. Well, now nobody wants to be the same. Everybody wants to be different. And so now you got this situation where when I see hyper independence, and Mauricio's kind of going into my second point. When I see hyper independence, that wasn't because of a man. That's because of somebody else, right? Hyper independence is not because some man hurt them. Hyper independence got put into them by somebody else. Now, before we go on to number 2, guys, right? All right, hit that like button, comment, man, so we know you tuned in, guys. Let's get this thing out with YouTube, because at the end of the day, guys, this conversation is for people who really need it. But a lot of women are out here saying there's no good men, there's no good men, there's no good men. And guess what, guys? I'm coming to number 2. Mauricio just alluded to it. He didn't know. They just got the topic today, guys. Second reason, a lot of women today are trying to win at love in a way they feel their mother didn't.
Oh my God.
A lot of women today are trying to win at love in a way they feel their mother didn't. So the pressure isn't just find love. It becomes fix the family history, break the cycle, never settle like she did. Don't let him do to you what my man did to me. This creates impossible expectations of men. Expectations no human being can live up to. Now, why am I saying this to you guys? Y'all don't understand the power of the mother, the aunt, the grandmother now. As times change and as times evolve, when you see a hyper independent woman, she got told, go to college, you don't need no man. Go major in this so you don't need no man to take care of you. Go do this, go do that. That's all the opposite of what marriage is about, because marriage is not about a man taking care of you. Marriage is about that man making your life easy because your presence make his life easier. And that's what we missing about marriage. Marriage ain't so y'all can fight all the time and it feels like work all the time. Marriage is a piece of the puzzle. So now, Rhonda, when you hear me talk about the mother, the auntie, the grandmother, all that trauma they had, now you have this one woman who feels like I got to do it differently so I can break that cycle. Tell me what you think about that and if you think that's a legitimate reason.
I don't know if that's a legitimate reason, because I think it's it's almost like saying people got mama issues and daddy issues, which everybody does on some level. It's just what it is.
Okay.
But I do believe, though, in the grand scheme of things, if your mother and the females in your family have taught you how to maneuver when it comes to men, because you probably saw your auntie when you were little handling things a certain way, or you saw your mom handling things a certain way, or if she was with your actual dad. I think you have so many different people to pull from, right? When in all honesty,
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of families, um, probably grandma was probably the most virtuous woman in the room, if we're going to be
Mm-hmm.
honest about it, right? And so then you may try to mimic that, but I do believe, I don't know if it is with relationships, but I do believe it's probably more prevalent with women competing with their moms as it relates to raising their kids, though. I think they know a man
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a man, but I don't think they see it as competition, because 9 times out of 10, their mom probably don't have a man, and so in that case, it's kind of like there is no competition. If we're going to check that box, it's already been checked. Just don't know if it's a driving factor. It is a factor. Just don't know if it's a driving factor from that standpoint, because I think innately we're supposed to do better than our parents. Like, we should go further
Mm-hmm.
generationally and all of that stuff. But stuff that runs in your veins, that's a hard thing to break. You could say all day
It's a
long,
hard thing to
I
break.
don't want to be like my mama. I don't want to be like my daddy. And then that's exactly who you end
Mm-hmm.
up with. And then 9 times out of 10, gonna end up in the same situation. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
man or woman. I think women are more prone to fall into it, because it's not the man in the eye of the public that keeps the marriage together. It is the woman. Just like your kids can't be out here looking raggedy. They're going to blame it on the woman before they blame it on the daddy or the husband or whoever's in the house. So I think it is a factor, just maybe not a driving factor. I think it's more heavy when it comes to raising kids. But, you know, I
Okay.
think they're probably just grateful to have a man in a lot of cases.
Okay. Okay. Mauricio, jump in there. Let me know what you think.
It's funny you mentioned grandma because how they're the most virtuous. Because my grandma, I actually had a conversation with her the other day, and I have 4 sisters, but my
Hmm.
grandma was like, "Man, don't settle down. Just have
Mm,
fun. Go run through options." That's coming from my grandma. My grandma
right.
is 68 years old. She's 68
Okay.
years old, and so that's the value that's getting passed down. So that kind of contributes to that kind of mindset that women have now. But
Hmm.
also society, where we're in the new school now. In the old school, they kind of pressured you more into the marriage, kind of said be loyal. Our modern society tells you that it's not a good thing to be loyal. That there's always something better out there for you. If you go on your TikTok account and go through your For You page, it will literally, the videos that go viral are, that man didn't deserve you, you deserve better. That's
Mm-hmm.
the message that gets viral out there.
Mm-hmm.
So not only is that pressure from the parents and that childhood and that upbringing, it's also modern society. They say you can have whoever you want. And then what's the benefits of being married? If you can have all the benefits of being, committed relationship, you can get gifts from different guys, you can hook up whenever you want. What's the true value in being loyal to one person?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
goes both ways.
And that's what's happening, guys. That's what's happening, right? When we talk about why we talk about why marriage is on the decline, if the woman is the reason why it's on the decline, one of the things that's happening is when you start getting raised to go against traditional roles, right? Whether you come out as a male, come out as a female. When you start getting raised to go against traditional roles, traditional marriage can't work. Traditional marriage can't work. One of the things that's happening right now is that we got people, and I appreciate everything Rhonda said. I appreciate everything Mauricio said. Well, now back in the day, you got taught, hey, look, man, don't be out here in these streets. Go settle down. Go build something with somebody that you can die with, somebody that can hold your hand in the hospital bed, all this kind of stuff. Well, now no nobody care about dying, and don't nobody care about people holding their hand,
And if you're in the
right?
hospital, you
And
by yourself anyway.
by yourself anyway. They don't even let nobody come back there no more, right? Back in the 80s, everybody could be in the room, right? Back in the 80s. So why did I say this, guys? Yeah, well, look at what I said. Fix the family history, break the cycle. Man, when you meet some of these women right now, the first thing they're trying to do is show you that you're not going to do to them what got done to their mom. And they already come out hostile. And I'm like, man, it ain't got to be like that, man. Who you mad at? But they feel like they got to be able to go back home and tell whoever put that mess in them. Because it's not a
Hmm.
guy that hurt them. It's a woman who told them wrong based off of her hurt. And that's what the problem is with a lot of these relationships, guys. You got people, Rhonda said something earlier, and I like that. We always keep asking for the woman with daddy issues. But Rhonda brought up something else. Mommy issues. Right? Because daddy issues is a way to really demean the man. But that man didn't walk away for no reason.
Oh
That
my
man didn't walk
goodness.
away for no reason. Right? That man wasn't disengaged for no reason. Yeah, we call him spade a spade on Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast,
Are
right?
we?
The woman wasn't perfect, but the man wasn't perfect either, right?
Okay.
So
Hmm.
what happens is this is man, why y'all think so many people on antidepressants and stuff? Because they learning the truth about what happened when they get older. You didn't believe the lie for how many years?
It is devastating.
Man,
Your
look,
whole life.
let me tell you this. Man, you didn't believe this lie your whole life. So
Hmm.
when we talk
Hmm.
about hyper independence is number one, the reason the reason women are contributing to the decline in marriage, hyper independence, and now breaking the history of the mama issues. I start looking at women right now when they come up to me and they automatically leave with an attitude. That ain't a daddy issue. That's a mama issue.
Hmm.
Why? My mama told me don't let a man treat me the way her man treated her. So I'm going to treat every man like they my daddy or they my mama's boyfriend, and that hurt her heart. Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you think about that before we move to number 3.
Look, that sounds like
Because
a
you brought it up
session.
with mommy issue.
Well, I mean, but
You
that
brought it
sounds
up
like
with
a
mommy
session
issue. That
for
wasn't on my list. That
but
wasn't
it's
on my
true.
list. But mommy issues would be a
But
future
I mean,
podcast. Go ahead.
it is true. Like I stand by that. Like you do have to. It's no different. We've talked about this plenty of times on the podcast. if you're going to meet someone's family, you have to see how they interact with their mom and their dad if they're still alive, right? Like, and hearing
Mm-hmm.
Mauricio say that his grandmother is a young 68, and here go my grandma about to be
Yeah.
100 in February, like two totally different
Yes.
generations,
Yes.
right? And so my grandma,
Yes.
she was at the house. She was that traditional wife. The most I saw her do was dust First Citizens Bank in downtown Weldon. Otherwise, she was
Yes.
at home making sure, but again, a different time. So it's good to hear what his grandmother had to say about what the women in their family should do, because what I saw was totally different. And let's be real, my mom and their sisters, they didn't talk about a lot of stuff. They didn't talk about stuff like that. You just do what's right. Well, shit,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I think the word traditional is very mm, I think it could be a big word for some people when you're talking about traditional marriage. I think that stuff went away with our grandmother's
Yes.
generation. You know what I'm saying? And so I think traditional in the sense of the word, it's so many women out here working hard. And I'm a big believer. If you married, that woman should not be working that hard. And there's a whole male person in the house.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if that's traditional or not.
Oh,
So I don't know if I want to say that's mommy issues. But what if the mama did just let the man just do what he wanted to do? Which
stop right there. Hold on. Stop right there before Mauricio come in because Rhonda just preached. Y'all see what happened when you become hyper independent. Now you become the person that's the provider. And now you find with the guy on the couch. See, that's how it's gonna happen. If
mm-hmm.
you want the provider, you not gonna attract to another provider. You gonna attract to somebody who is dependent. This is what a lot of people don't get. Two providers ain't together.
No, they
Right?
never
So
are.
let's look at it, right? Once Jeff Bezos got married for the second time, her job ain't to go start another Amazon. Her job is to run the charities that he gonna give his money to.
And keep her body
See,
together.
ain't no absolutely. So now you got two people in a marriage. See, and y'all gotta understand, me and Rhonda did that podcast before. Rich folks marriage and poor folk marriage. We better start making sure we understand what's happening here, right? If I'm in a rich environment looking for a man or a woman versus if I'm in a broke environment looking for a man and a woman, because it's different rules. It's different rules.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Rhonda just pointed it out. My grandmother about to be 100 years old. Mauricio just said his grandmother is
Yes.
68. His grandmother younger than my mama,
Yes.
right?
Like, wow.
So guys, if you ain't seen the difference between old school and new school right now, right? If you ain't seen the difference between old school and new school right now,
Mm-hmm.
that's the difference, guys. And Mauricio, I want you to jump in there because have you met a woman with mommy issues? How do you handle it? And what do you think about because you just alluded to it, fix the family history, break the cycle,
Mm-hmm.
never settle like my mama did. So I'm going to come out guns blazing to let this man know he ain't going to mess with me. And all that does is let the man know I can run over you. The harder you come at a man, it lets the man know, yeah, you fragile, dog. You fragile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Mauricio, jump in there.
So it's the last, or this girl that I once
I love his
dated
stories.
had both. She had mommy issues and she had daddy issues. So, but I saw both. I saw both. The mommy issues was, I hate my mom for not leaving my dad because
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't good for nothing and sat on the couch. At one point, he was this businessman, and then he became a good friend that sits on the couch, and she just held a lot of resentment towards her. And she's like, but then you could see in the way that her actions were, she wanted to be independent all the time. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't tell her anything because she didn't want to be controlled. But sometimes what I've come to realize in our current economy is some women confuse control with a man trying to help them grow.
Mm-hmm.
So they try to be independent and they push away something that may be good, hoping that maybe somewhere along the timeline that they find that again. And it doesn't work like that. She's going to end up being that provider, and then you're going to have someone settling because there's never two providers. The energy doesn't.
Can't happen.
They don't match. They don't.
Can't happen, guys. Two providers ain't gonna happen.
So there's always somebody that's in that masculine framework. We said men is a prize. That's the masculine framework. And then there's someone in the feminine framework. The job for people now is to find where do they fit on that scale. And you see it too. You see it. I mentioned it before on the podcast too.
Mm-hmm.
This LGBTQ community, they know who wears the pants and they know who doesn't wear the pants. They know who's controlling it. They know who runs the house and who runs around the house. There's no, we're on a balance. There's nothing like that. At that point, you're just friends. There's always someone running the house and there's someone running around the house.
Mm.
And that's and again, I'm glad Mauricio brought that up,
That's a good
because
point.
all marriage is that, look, all marriage is this: you take this role, I take this role, but it ain't two alphas, right? It's gonna be an alpha and it's gonna be a beta. It don't matter the gender, guys. It doesn't matter the gender. If somebody decides that you follow, I lead, and you got two people who say, I'm with you, right? Because that's all a company is. When you go to interview for that job, you're not interviewing for the CEO role. So guess what you're saying? I'll follow.
Yeah.
That's all you're saying. And when you say I'll follow, they say, bet. All right, cool. Here's your salary. Show up, do this, this, and this. Go home. Now, if you do that well, we're going to help you progress. We're going to help you progress. And the
Mhm.
more training you get, the more knowledge you get, the more available you are. Look at what happens. Why don't we do that in marriage? Everybody who fails at marriage, I'm giving y'all this as I move to number 3. I'm giving y'all this. Everybody who fails at marriage is amazing at their job. You don't see, if you're good at your job, if you're good at your profession, your marriage
Mhm.
is at risk. Why? Because everything you do at your job, you throw it out the door in your relationship. What do you think about that, Ron, before we move on to number 3?
Well, I think that right there, it just made what just hit me just now was that person at home is supposed to be there. Their job is going to
Yeah.
pay you to put up with the BS, and hopefully they pay you enough to put up with all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the job is not saying, well, do this if you want to. No, the job is saying do this. Whereas in a lot of marriages, is well,
Or get
do
out.
what you want to do, or you know what I'm saying. And so it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it should be in the same vein, but it never is because they love me though. And you know my saying, right?
Yeah.
What's love got to do with it? Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a partnership. It's a partnership, and sometimes we got to get.
That's it.
We got
Let
to,
me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this. I'm glad Ronnie just said that. And I don't do this, so I don't want y'all to think I'm over here trying to be super husband, because I'm not. You notice that when people get married, they don't go to the Secretary of State and form a business with their marriage. See, because let's be honest, guys. When marriage was first formed, women were property. Now women are equals, right? So we see, and I'm not talking about prenup. I'm just talking about, why don't people give somebody, hey man, I went and started y'all a company. I went and started y'all a company in y'all name since y'all married now. What would that do if people realized they had to act like a business? Buying the house in the business name, buying the cars in the business name, doing all of that stuff from the jump. How would that change? Right? Mauricio, jump in and let me know what you think about that.
I mean, every day we're playing a role. So
Yeah.
we talk about that growth aspect. There's visions that you have. Like if you're going to settle down with someone, you know what that long-term plan is, and if you don't, that's your marriage is at risk right there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know where you're going to know the way to get there, and that's exactly what that would do. I think that's an excellent idea. I'm gonna have to write that down and steal that, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
because now we're in this together, and we're forced to, whatever flaws that we might have, we might work it out. But we know where we want to go. We want to get that house. We want to have this business flourishing where we can take care of the children, have that professional support, have everything that most people neglect to have.
Yeah. And think about it. Can you imagine if a married couple goes to their Secretary of State, starts an official business? Now, when they have a child, that child starts becoming one of the officers in that business, right? From the beginning, it makes me think everybody who fails at marriage is great at work. Everybody who fails at relationships are great at work. Everybody who fails their relationships are great in their profession, top performers. Marriage between two losers ain't no challenge. Because we losers. So
Yeah.
there is no challenge, guys, and that's what I want to bring in. Now, comment below, guys, if y'all ever seen this happen in real life, man. No judgment, just conversation. But hyper independence and then dealing with mommy issues, because I'm glad Rhonda summed it up like that. We keep talking about daddy issues, but the real reason is guys like women with daddy issues. Guys can't stand women with mama issues.
Oh boy, there you go.
Fix daddy issue. I can fix daddy issue. I
Can
can't
you?
fix mama issues.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I ain't saying I can. Let me just
Of
put it
You know, I can.
course, of course.
Let's get into number 3, guys. And it's been coming up on all of our podcasts recently, especially
Mm-hmm.
since Fabricio's come on. Number 3, guys, social media. Social media.
Mm.
Comparison culture is destroying real relationships, and women are taking this hook, line, and sinker. Suddenly, a relationship is not about commitment, it's about optics. Is he tall enough? Does he make enough? Can he post you on his page? Can he compete with the guy you saw online who's not even real? This creates a dynamic where real men feel like they're competing with a fantasy, not reality. And that frustration pushes men away from marriage altogether. Rhonda, I'm coming back to you first. Social media creating these fake. We got the AI operators on this podcast.
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm.
This man can create a Rhonda and a Jeff right now. That ain't even Rhonda and Jeff. He
Oh,
can
I
create
know.
respond just like that. Now you competing against somebody who ain't even real. Rhonda, jump in there. Let me know, and then Mauricio, we coming to you on this one, on
Look,
social media.
you know how I feel about social media. That's why my TikTok page ain't got number 2 followers, right? Because I don't interact. So y'all get out there and follow me if y'all want to. Because I don't get out there and interact like that. But like you sent me something the other day where this man dumped his girlfriend because the picture he sent her, and when she sat down she had that
Yeah,
belly,
the
but
stomach.
when she stood, yeah. And so
Mm-hmm.
because you don't know, you don't know what you're getting. But it's also too, if I could go in on any of these platforms and put shading here and adjust something here, tweak something there.
Yeah,
I saw a meme
absolutely.
that said Glorilla took Rilla out of her name, and now it's just Glow because whatever she's done to her face.
Yes.
Like
She
I
glowed up,
look,
bruh.
I love. Yes, she looks
I ain't
good, right?
noticed
So
her.
me either. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, uh, but you could really change yourself, like literally, physically change yourself, and then social media wise change yourself. So as much as you want it to be a good tool, in certain cases, people are getting their hearts broken. But thank goodness, as I pass it to the AI operators, thank goodness for the AI operators to come and fix your relationship.
Yeah.
We don't need
Exactly,
Elanya
guys.
fix my
You
life.
better know.
We're gonna fix your
I'm
relationship with
telling
the AI operators.
we gonna fix it, man.
And then you're gonna buy your house
Absolutely.
from
Jump in
Buy
there,
Now,
Mauricio.
Sell
Let me know what
Now
you think.
Realty.
And that's how
You see
that's how
you
it
see
all
the-
comes together. It's an ecosystem.
Yes. Jump in there, Mauricio. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, social media is just one of the biggest things because
Mm-hmm.
it made especially modern women value attention more than they value commitment. They see
Mm-hmm.
they see how many options they get. They can say, "Oh, I went on this date with this sweet guy and he checked most of my boxes, but I have 47 DMs to respond to." DMs are options.
Yeah.
These are options. Attention is not commitment. Like it's this whole game, and I see it around my age too. It's in like the 20s. I literally saw a girl rage baiting a whole bunch of guys on Instagram, and then she texted me after. But she was rage baiting a whole bunch of guys on Instagram, saying all these things, and she's like, "Men are optional," and she's 24, but that's like a common theme around them is men are optional. Then when they get to their 30s, they're like, well, where are all the good men?
Yes.
They don't know where the
Yes.
good men is
Mm-hmm.
because they kind of scrape along because they want to look up to their celebrities, to the influencers, and they want to have a life just like them.
Mm-hmm.
Of men are not important, but manifest that life of your dreams. Go on that vacation. Go hook up with that European man or whatever they're talking about these days. But that's exactly how social media has programmed them to be. So now they just are looking for what everyone else is doing rather than what their heart is asking them for.
And it's I'm glad that Mauricio said that because let me tell y'all my take on social media. right? If I go fishing, guys, I gotta have bait. The problem is when the fish actually realizes that the bait they're eating is not live bait, is fake bait. Now it don't matter because once you bite the bait, I got you. Because you've fallen in love with graven images. Because what you're falling in love with on social media is graven images. Now that'll be a Jeff Sunday Service message. Y'all make sure y'all follow that channel too. We're gonna talk about graven images on Jeff Sunday Service because the problem that you have is social media is full of graven images. But I'm also attracted to fake images that look like the real image I want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So by the time you show up and your stomach ain't a six pack like you showed in the picture, the chances of me dumping you is reduced. Now, there's a possibility I'm gonna walk away, but I've fallen in love with the graven image. And one of the things that used to happen, guys, is that strongholds used to take place when I was spending time with a person physically. Strongholds. Well, now we got digital strongholds. I can't turn away from you. You posting a story because you know I'm gonna look. Right? All this kind of stuff. I can't turn away from you because I got this digital stronghold. This is what makes social media dangerous. I don't need a real relationship. This social media DM is fine enough for me. Look at what Mauricio just said. I got 47 DMs. Mauricio's like, that ain't no option, right? But in their mind, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right? Guys, let me tell you what makes social media dangerous. You got to decide now. Are you living digitally or are you living reality? And a lot of people, the reason why marriage is in decline, because most women have realized how much power and money they can have digitally. If they come into reality, they forced to play these traditional roles and they got to take less money. I'm gonna say this to y'all. I was in Hooters the other day and I heard somebody say the reason why Hooters is not doing like they used to do is because all the good looking Hooters girls are on OnlyFans. And I said, oh my God.
I
You can
mean,
walk into any Hooters right now and get a seat. Guess what? They said, why would I go deal with these chicken wings and deal with these guys who can't afford me, deal with these creeps who are 40 and over, right? They can go on OnlyFans, get consistent money, and never have to leave their house.
yeah.
And not have to deal with no chicken wings, not mop no floor, not wipe no tables, not act like they like you, not subject themselves to guys who they're not interested in, right?
That's a
So
good
that's
point.
why I'm telling you guys, social media has made the reason why marriage is down. Most of us are living digital lives. And if we got a real relationship, we on social media trying to make you think it's better than what it is.
Real is too much
Jump in there,
work
Ron, and let me know what you think. And then
because real is too much work. When you think about
yeah,
like the way y'all talk about AI and how you could prompt it, since I've learned that since Mauricio has been on the podcast, if you prompt it correctly, like in the results that you get, right? And and listening to some of my clients that are really into it, like they literally, like he literally said, yeah, I told my chat that I'll be back. I'm stepping out for a minute and I'll be back, but still continue to do the work, you know. And I was like, wow. And I couldn't think nothing but of y'all too, because I'm like, yeah, that's what they be doing. So it's
yeah.
you don't want to get left behind, but I think even if you try to get on, even if you try to get on, you probably get dragged if you're not ready to get all the way on. And I think it's a learning curve
Hey,
to
Ron,
it for certain people.
I'm gonna say this, Ron, before we go to Mauricio. AI is ruining a lot of relationships because AI is opening people's time up to spend more time together, and these people are realizing they don't like each other. Jump in there, Mauricio. Let me know what you think.
It
That was a
depends.
transition.
I always say it depends on how you.
I'm just saying.
It depends on how you use AI because you could use it to better yourself too, to show up better in the relationship. That's why we talk about prompting. You give it a certain prompt, you get a certain outcome. It just amplifies what you are.
Yes.
That's why I came up with the dating bot, because it gives you clarity, so then you can show up as a better person for your partner. So in terms of relationships, some people are using it and they're getting so anxious to the point where they have to control their woman. And some people are using it and they're like, look, I'm chilling. I know what today's game brings.
Yes. Yeah.
So whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not trying to fight it anymore. what's going on with a lot of people is they're trying to still bring that old school contracts of marriage into the modern day, but the
Yes.
rules have changed. The rules have
Yes.
changed massively, but no one has told you other than this podcast right here.
Right.
Hey, man, I appreciate the plug.
I know.
Guys, go ahead,
I
Ron.
do have a
Go ahead, Ron.
question though. I do have a question though. So like, can AI, can your chat bot be so good? Can it learn you so well that when it tells you how you should handle something, can that be scary enough for you to get stuck and not do the thing in real life? Is that possible? Like your bot has learned you so well. They know your inner movements and
That's
all that kind of
Mauricio.
stuff
That's
that when,
Mauricio's platform because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is
yeah,
that
that's
how that could work
Mauricio.
when he
Mauricio, I
said,
want you to answer that
because is that's what's ruining
Yeah,
the
so
relationship? Maybe they telling you what you should do and they're like, oh, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. But
oh, I'm not even on the podcast right now. This is Ron. I'm not even on the podcast right now. This is my bot doing the podcast.
you know
I'm in
what?
there watching the Carolina game, eating hot
Let me hang no the game off. Let me hang up right now.
Wait,
Because
wait
that's
till
possible.
Mauricio create the podcast where we ain't even got to be on it.
I can already do that, Ron. I have enough footage. The AI version of you, AI version of Jeff, and AI version of me.
Yeah, we just
Listen,
have a conversation.
I done seen
Which,
too much Law and Order, so I
jump in there,
believe you.
Mauricio, and answer that question though.
Yeah, like
I want Mauricio to answer that question because, guys, that was a good question from Ron.
Yes, so sometimes you can sabotage yourself. Exactly what you said, Rhonda.
mhm,
Because the AI learns you so well that
mhm,
it learns your thought patterns in it. And sometimes you can't get out of a dark place. That's why some people, it's strange. I'm not a believer in depression. I mean,
mhm,
as bad as that sounds to some people, but I think sometimes that's just a state of mind that you're in. So when you're using the AI and it's just one that you're creating on your own, you can create AI's bad habits.
Yes.
You can create AI's bad habits. But if you're a person that says, I want to make $1 million in 1 year, ChatGPT is going to support you. It's going to tell you,
mhm,
okay, how do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Some ideas for how to do it. You want me to start with day one of the blueprint of our 365-day journey of getting to $1 million.
mhm,
So it's all about how you enter something, especially a relationship. Because you don't want to enter a relationship and you're sitting with Chad and you're like, I hate myself. I wish I didn't exist. Like
Yeah.
that how are you gonna make that work?
Absolutely.
yeah,
How is a woman or a man to appreciate you when you just don't even like yourself? So
mhm,
that's why I try to train it where I found out the ability that I can actually not have to train you how to do prompts, but I could already have it prompted already to know how to give you clarity and how to keep that frame of mind that I can make anything in my life work, any relationship. I can have any girl. That's exactly the point
mhm.
where I don't want you to go backwards and get yourself stuck in a loop of depressing habits because a lot of people are addicted to that for whatever reason in today's
Yeah.
world.
And I'm glad Mauricio said that because, Rhonda, what I would add to
Mhm.
it is the whole point of AI is to scale yourself. That's what a lot of people don't get. AI is to be able to help you expand and scale yourself. Now, let's talk about a relationship. What a lot of women are doing right now is they're continuing to make the man prove, improve, 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 improve. And now the man don't even get a chance to evolve. See, if a man got to keep proving himself, and again, that goes back to the mama issues,
Oh Lord,
right?
yes.
Because if there ain't nothing I can do so that we can move to the next level, that's what you got AI for. I got some employees who ain't gonna be good. Man, I'm not wasting my time with you. You
Mhm,
get the canned email, automated email, right? I'm not wasting my time with you. See, there's people who get me, and then there's people who get Jeff's AI.
mm.
So when people say, "Man, Jeff, that AI you did suck," okay, well, you suck. That's why it's coming to you, right? Like you're offended by it because at the end of the day, you want real time from people, but you're not worthy of it. AI allows you to really dial into the losers. And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. If a woman can get caught up in a chatbot, if a man can get caught up in a chatbot, they just want attention. They don't care about accomplishment. And there's a difference in wanting attention and accomplishment. Okay? If you want accomplishment, you're gonna get the real me. If you want attention, I can fucking turn you over to chat. I can turn you over to Google Gemini. Right? I can do other things like that for you. And that's what a lot of people don't get, Ron, is that AI can be as good or bad as you want it to be. And I'm glad Mauricio said that. AI is here to support what you're trying to get out of a relationship. But if you feed AI that you a hurt person and all this kind of stuff, you ain't ready for a man or you ain't ready for a woman. Right? AI ain't here to try to AI can't hide all of your flaws. AI is
Yeah.
here to help scale you so that you can be a better person and a better version of yourself because it's going to help you keep getting better. It's going to help you keep getting better. Let's get to number 4, guys. Let's get to number 4. And this one tough. This one going to turn over the tables right here. A lot of women are being taught to plan their exit before the relationship even starts.
Oh my
Secure the
God.
ring, secure the bag, secure the lifestyle. And if it doesn't work, you'll be okay. Because nobody enters a relationship fully if they're already planning the backup exit. Guys, some of y'all are getting with women and she done already figured out how she gonna divorce you. This is why marriage is on the decline, because some of the smarter guys are already seeing that the number one wealth transfer in America right now, the number one wealth transfer, if you want to be wealthy, divorce. The only thing worse than marriage is divorce. Jump in there, Rhonda, when we talk about women who are leading with the effects of making sure I get divorced so that I can get this bag. Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you
Look,
think.
I think that would be a hard one to find. I think a lot of women get out here and they want to be married, right? Um, like there's this one out there now with Candy Burris, right, and her husband.
Yes, Candy Burris, yes.
And back then I was watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta real hard, like to see all of that, right? Like he was the one that was the gold digger, and he was
Yeah,
the one that da da da. But then the other day she said this it's been a long time coming. This divorce been a long time coming, and I don't know if she had a
yes,
prenup or anything, but I do believe though
yes.
if a woman is planning her exit, I bet it's her circle of friends or family that's encouraging her to do so. I bet
It's
it's
called the
not
board of
just her.
directors, Rhonda. Rhonda, they don't have a circle of friends. Rhonda, they don't have a circle of friends now. It's called the board of directors.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, they all get together. They all get together and determine how the relationship gonna be. It's a board of directors now.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
just
all women, by the way. All hurt women. It's a board of directors of
it's a lot
hurt
of hurt
women.
men walking around here too. It's a lot of hurt men walking
Oh, no, I
around
agree.
here
They were raised
too.
by the hurt mama.
Yeah.
To
Look,
some,
Rhonda, let me
yeah.
tell you this, what you just
To
said about
some,
Candy
yeah.
Burris. He can't get nothing with the prenup. He can't get nothing with the prenup.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's
Yeah.
going for child support now. Yeah.
So yes,
Securing that bag. Jump
I
in there,
just don't
Mauricio.
think
Let
a
me know what you
woman
think
is
about
out there
leading with the
doing that. I don't know. I haven't heard of anybody leading with divorce because at that point, 9 times out of 10, she
Mauricio, help her out.
knows, and I must be on different platforms than you guys because I don't see that a lot because I see that they may grow to a certain point together and make a certain amount of money. Then she may be thinking about divorce if something's not going right. But I don't think women intentionally set up themselves a exit plan. Like I said, unless the people around her are saying certain things.
Hold on, Mauricio, before you come in that round. I want you to remember something. Stephen Covey wrote a book, 7 Habits
Mm-hmm.
of Highly Effective
Mm-hmm.
People.
Mm-hmm.
One of those habits begin with
With the
the
end in
end
mind.
in
Yes.
mind. Jump in
Mm-hmm.
there, Mauricio. Jump in there. I
Well,
just want to
the
say
end
it.
supposed to
I
be
Hey,
just
you know
death.
want
that line?
The end is supposed to be death.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, but you took my line.
Not but not just
Hanging
divorcing.
around each other too much.
You got the wrong D word.
So you gave me an excellent business idea. I'm gonna gather all the hurt women. I'm gonna send them after a successful man, but for the wealth transfer. But the thing is that currently, women. I don't really see women wanting marriages. I more so see them looking for business deals. They're looking for any way to make money.
Yes.
I think what a lot of times these women, especially in today's age, is they they say they want a traditional man, but they still want the modern values. They still want to go partying with their girls. They still go to my TikTok page. You'll see the girls' night out. You'll see everything on there.
Mm-hmm.
They want a traditional man, but they also want modern values. And when they settle down, they know, okay, I found a successful man who was whipped by me. I can take his money and go live that lifestyle, find a younger version of that man that's toxic, and I can go spend my time with him.
Yes.
That's and that's why OnlyFans has grown so much too, is because, like Jeff said when he mentioned the Hooters thing, is women will do anything for a bag now, especially coming up with those values of being independent. You don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
How can we take advantage of men? You hear it in all the Cardi B songs and Megan Thee Stallion songs. Take advantage of that man. Glorilla.
Leave
take advantage of that man.
But no, but see, like in the
traditional
traditional sense, though, in the traditional sense, the woman typically is not working, right? Like she typically has an allowance or whatever the man feels like he should give her or whatever. So I feel like, yeah, you should. I mean, that's what it is. Like, I think a woman like that would plan an exit. Like, you take all them prime years away from her.
Stop right there.
Mhm.
The traditional woman is not looking for an exit. The modern woman posing like a traditional woman is looking for the exit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the difference. And here's the thing. Now you got the man who's fine with taking away from a woman. And y'all got to understand. Remember, we talked about 2 100s, right? And what do we mean by that? 2 100s in your role. 2 100s in your role. The hardest thing to do is follow. The easiest thing to do is lead. So the person who chooses to follow is actually the most powerful person in the relationship. But nobody gets taught that. Nobody gets taught that. The person who chooses to follow has all the power.
Mhm.
Because now a leader is used to trying to force somebody to follow versus somebody who willingly does it. Hardest thing you'll ever do is somebody say, okay, what we got? What we doing? What you mean what we doing? I'm so used to fighting people that I don't know what to do with people who not fighting me.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest part about it. So Rhonda, when I'm telling you right now, if you spent more time on social media, you would see how many women right now are just like, that man is a target. He's not a long-term solution. He's a target to get the bag. And the way you get the bag is either pregnancy or divorce. So now, if men see through that, that's why with marriage rates on the decline, guess what else is on the decline? Childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Because people have figured out, go down to the courthouse right now. The nicest wing of any courthouse is the family court system. Divorce, child support, all that stuff, the nicest part of the courthouse. Why? Lines to get in there. If you wanted to get divorced right now, you got to wait. That's how many dockets. That's how many cases are on the docket. But if I got arrested right now for DUI, they seeing a judge tomorrow. Because look, at the end of the day, the process on the criminal side versus civil side is completely different.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm telling you, Rhonda, if you start looking out there, you'd be surprised how men are looking for the bag through divorce and childbirth, and women are looking. You can't discern between the man and the woman right now, or the male and the female. You got people out here that because of this digital world, because of this AI stuff, I ain't going to work 40 hours a week no more. I ain't going to bring my lunch pail to work.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get this bag. And the way you get a bag, wealth is not created. Wealth is transferred. Divorce is the #1 wealth transfer in America, whether that divorce is a business or whether that divorce is a relationship. Let's get to number 5. Y'all know I came with the top 5. I think I left the best one for last. Expectations are not reciprocal. Men are simple. They ain't dumb. They just simple. Consistency plus peace plus affection plus appreciation, and we're good. But today, a lot of women expect provider, protector, therapist, travel planner, travel budgeter, social media manager, emotional battery charger, father figure, celebrity, PR team. without offering the same energy in return. And that imbalance is quietly pushing men out of the marriage conversation. Jumping there, Rhonda, look, let me repeat it. Provider, protector, therapist, travel planner, travel budgeter, social media manager. I need you to go like my post, right? Emotional battery charger, father figure, celebrity, PR team. Hey, hold this light right here. Get this angle when you take my picture. All this kind of stuff. Hey, go like my post and write this comment. Jump in there, Rhonda, let me know what you think without giving that same energy in return.
That's real funny. No, it's funny because what I wrote down when I first wrote down the topic for tonight, I wrote down people want mutual relationships, but it should be reciprocal. Like that's what I had wrote down. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's
See, we in the spirit. We in the spirit on the Lord's name.
oh my Lord, here you go. Well, because
Apologize for the service.
yes, Lord. And so with stuff being reciprocal, that means yes, that person may be all those things. Like that man may be doing all those things, but you're doing something that's not necessarily equally beneficial, but it's enough to where it's something that is
Yeah.
helping your spouse or your mate or what have you. And whereas I think people do get it twisted that it should be mutual, meaning no, we have two different roles.
Yes.
So a woman can't be that male provider. It's not in you to be that. So I do like the word reciprocal because at least that means you're doing what your capacity is to bring whatever the 100% of you is to the relationship, while the man is doing what he wants to do. So I like that one
Yes.
as that being your closer, because that is a
And let me
strong
say
one.
this, guys. Let me say that was 10 things I gave y'all, right? That was 10 things I gave y'all. If you're asking your man for 10 things, right? The man should feel like you giving him 10 things. Like what Rhonda said, they're not the same because what I value may not be what you value. But reciprocal means I got 10 things they give me, and she got 10 things that I give her.
Mm-hmm.
Jump it up, Mauricio. Let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, a lot of relationships now are a one-sided experience. So you have men going above and beyond because they want to give their woman the world.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't want to give their woman the world? But when they're not getting anything, in return, that's a problem. And and a lot of men are going about it by communicating that their needs aren't being fulfilled. No man's like, why are you trying to control me? Why are you being toxic? Whatever they tell you,
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to control me. You're trying to be toxic. And then that same woman is surprised when that man goes and has a side chick. So
Mm-hmm.
the parallelism makes sense. And that's what a lot of things are. People are not putting in their full effort. People are guarded. People don't want to be hurt. And that's what commitment is. You're freeing yourself.
Yes.
To be open to that person, vice versa. And everybody's like holding on these chains, like, don't trust each other because that's what family values have taught you. That's what society pushes on you.
Yes.
And the truth is just take a risk.
Stop right there, though. Mauricio, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. And Rhonda, I'm glad you said what you said, too. I want to repeat what I said, guys, in my notes. Men are simple. They're not dumb, right? Consistency, peace, affection, appreciation, and that man is good. Notice it didn't say intercourse. And a lot of women are leading with intercourse because they're not going to give you consistency. They're not going to give you peace. They're not going to give you affection. They're not going to give you appreciation. And one of the things that's happening right now, guys, because we live in a digital world, notice that I don't even have intercourse in that. And the number one thing, guys, men ain't motivated by that no more. Notice I said men. I ain't say males. Because men are working on stuff. And they know that the intercourse with the wrong woman ruins everything you working on. That's why consistency, peace, affection, and appreciation. And let me tell y'all this. Try to have a conversation with a woman. Can she give you that? Right? And it's going to be crickets. Because because here's what happens, guys. And we got taught this in sales training. You kiss a lot of frogs before you find that princess. We keep trying to turn every frog into a princess. And that's the problem. Right? Men are so simple, but now it has become so complex. And now we're trying to use intercourse as a way to make up for not getting this. And we just talked about reciprocal. Here's what, oh, you do all this for me and I'll give you something. Nah, bro, I'm good. Give me consistency, give me peace, give me affection, give me appreciation. And I'm good. And a lot of men who watch this gonna be like, damn, he right. Now you gonna have some guy, no, man, no, you don't. You are using intercourse as a release because of your frustration, not because of your vision. Because if you got a vision, you need consistency, you need peace, you need affection, you need appreciation. The outward act of intercourse is icing on the cake, not a replacement for those things. Jump in that round and let me know what you think about that. And then Mauricio, I want to hear from you.
I like the 4. You make it sound real simple, as you just said. Men are simple. You made it sound real simple. Um, but it's also like if your man, I guess if your man is on social media all the time, does that mean that you're lacking in giving him one of those 4 things, right? Or like it's kind of like, well, what do you do if that's the 4 things and you do
Mm-hmm.
2 of the 4, or do they need all 4
Mm-hmm.
consistently?
If you do, Rhonda, if you do 2 of the 4, you have that man in love with you. That man will jump in front of a bus for you if you do 2 of the 4. Right now, men ain't getting none of it. But they having to give out those 10 I listed. See what I'm saying? So a man is expected to pour out of an empty cup. The woman has an overflowing cup.
The woman is
Back in the day when you
expected
used to drink tea, it had a
to
saucer.
pour out of an
And
empty
you
cup.
drink out of the saucer because the tea was overflowing. Yeah, the man is flowing out of an empty cup. The woman got an abundance and don't want to give him none. Jump in there, Mauricio. Let me know what you think.
No, that's absolutely right. 2 of the 4 were in love.
Give me 2 of the 4.
2 of the 4 were in love. That's how you tie me down. That's how you tie me down.
Oh
But
my Lord.
the thing is too, it's it's a if you I mean, I know Rhonda, you are up in North Carolina, but if you were in
Mhm.
Tampa, if you saw what I do on a day-to-day basis, you don't see me talking to women. I just be doing my business work, and I mean, though of course they'll come and flock to me and just talk to me, but I'm focusing on a bigger mission, because there's a lot of things that can just
Rhonda, they
life.
flock to it, Rhonda. They
I
flock
said
to it.
yes. So
They just flock to me. What can I say? And that's because of the Jeff Barnes special sales training. But we
I'm
don't talk
over
about
y'all.
that.
When I tell you I'm over y'all too, I'm over y'all too. I'm over y'all.
But look at what he said. He said, if you give me 2, I'm in love. You gonna lock me down. Like, and women don't want to do these things,
So it don't matter
but they
which
want
2,
those
just
10
2
I
of the
listed.
4. It don't matter which 2, just 2 of the 4.
If you give me 2 out of the 4, Rhonda, I'm in love. Rhonda, I ain't getting that nowhere else. If you give me something I can't get nowhere else, where am I going? You give me 2 of the 4. If you give me all 4, it's over. It's a wrap. But I'm
So
also,
that's
if
why
you
it's
give
so
me all
great for
4,
side chicks then.
you
That's why it's
taking
so
me
great
to
for
a
that. Because they'll do some of those things.
no. Because guess what? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about that. Because again, a lot of people don't realize why that phenomenon happens. That phenomenon happens because a man is escaping. Everybody running away from something or running to something. Now, if you're in a relationship with a man, you got to make him run to you. There has to be something he's running to, not something he's running from. Some people just happen to be where you running to or running from. I don't have no standards when I'm running from something. I'm just looking for help. If I'm a hitchhiker, I don't care who stopped. Right? If I'm a hitchhiker, if my car broke down, I don't care who helped me. Right?
Sound cute.
So I think that's what we got to see, guys. And here's the deal: as we get ready to close, go ahead, Ron.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys, let me be clear. This is not about blaming women. This is about explaining why the numbers look the way they look and helping both sides stop losing each other over misunderstandings. You cannot fix what you won't acknowledge. If I go to an Alcoholics Anonymous class, the first thing they make me do is acknowledge that I'm an alcoholic. If you won't acknowledge it, you can't even begin the process. Same thing with these relationships. Okay. Now, guys, if tonight's conversation gave you clarity, do me one favor, man. Like the video, subscribe for more grounded conversations, and drop a comment with the reason that stood out with you the most, guys. Don't forget to pick up my book, Ashes Between Us, man. It's on Amazon Kindle. Now, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Mauricio, give me your final takeaway for the night as we get ready to get out of here.
Woman, you not attacking woman, but woman, um, just understand that men are afraid. You know, they're afraid of being taken advantage of. They're
Oh,
afraid of you treating them like a business deal. If you're really in love, like you say, you sign that prenup, and that's all I got to say.
Look, I'm going to say this to you.
oh my Lord.
Prenups ain't just for marriages. They should be for all relationships. In sales, we get told upfront contract. Let's sign this contract upfront so we'll know where this relationship is going. Rhonda, give me your takeaway for the night.
What I liked about tonight was the reciprocal part of the conversation. To start there. And
Okay.
if you ain't ready for social media, don't get up there trying to act like you are. Stay in your lane till you sure, because that stuff will tear you all the way up in your relationships if you're not ready to do what needs to be done. But I do like the reciprocal part.
And that's a country. And that's a country phrase, guys. Tear you all the way up.
Tear you
That's a
all the way
country
up.
phrase. And if you ain't from the country, you can't appreciate what she just said. Tear you all the way up.
It does.
Man, my takeaway is simple, guys. Healthy relationships aren't disappearing. They just need more intention than they used to. People got to get back from all the trauma they brought into relationships and put it aside. Try it for one day out of each week. No trauma tonight. Remember I told y'all on the previous podcast, let's have an AI date night. Give me something that's going to help us break through all the crap that's been introduced into the relationship so we can get back to the two people who are involved. Man, y'all know what it is. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real Cigar Jeff. Y'all do me a favor, get below in the description, support the channel, get the merch. Make sure you click on that link, man. Get your cigars from Cigar International, 5-packs, bundles, and of course, all the proven and solid brands you use to smoke, and it helps the channel expand, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. I gotta thank my panel. Mauricio, let them know where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me at the AI Operators. And like I said, if we brought you some clarity, you'll get more clarity by putting in your specific situation, because we're speaking very broadly now. So give us more details. I promise you, give us one shot. It's worth your time.
Absolutely, guys. Y'all make sure, man. Look, he got the options. Y'all can try him for 14 days, man. Y'all better get on this thing, guys. This AI thing is real. It ain't going nowhere. Go to the AI operators, man. Sign up for it. You don't like it, cancel it. But y'all right now need some answers. Both of y'all should sign up, as a matter of fact. Don't just have one person sign up. Make sure both of y'all sign up. Appreciate you rocking with me. Rhonda, where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me on Instagram at RNBLNBT. You can get your house from Buy Now, Sell Now Realty. You can stop by the local to get you a drink, and you got the AI
Appreciate you
operator
rocking the merch.
on
Appreciate you rocking
on this end.
the merch, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Get the merch, support the channel, follow everybody on the socials, guys. And until next time, we gonna holler.
Pop it, smoke it, drink it down. With your boy Cigar Jeff around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current